If you have ever been to Prague, you must have encountered the astronomical clock. It has some impressive history to it. I'm here to talk about the sculpted ornamentation and the apostles which you see move on the stroke of the hour. In 1659, after the 30 Years' War, new Baroque wooden statues were added to the face of the astronomical clock when it was undergoing repairs. 3 of these moving statues were mounted in a corbel on the top row, where they were added to the most significant of the polychromed statues. Death, a smiling skeleton, is an allegory of blissful death followed by salvation, and the statue nods its head to such death. Each hour of a turn of a sandglass, it symbolically stops the passage of time and death. Ringing out is a reminder that the time measured out to all of us will unavoidably expire one day. The other statues on top represent the allegories of 3 of the worst human deadly sins: pride, greed, and envy. The allegories of the sins are complemented by 3 statues on the bottom row as the opposite to the statues above, representing the most beautiful human virtues: kindness, charity, and humility. If you look closely enough, you will see these characters are wearing Oriental, Middle Eastern clothing. This is to say that none of the characters represent anybody in that period of time. But for me, they certainly look like traders of some description. Apart from the calendar plate in the spot where Archangel Michael stands today, holding a shield and sword at the end of the 18th century, the figure of a Cronus stood there as the allegory of eternal time, as a counterpart of the allegory of death, and in contrast recording time reserved for human life. An important event in the time of the astronomical clock must have been mounting of the apostles on the mechanism. I overheard a tour guide say that these figures were from the late 17th century. Reading the travelogue of Immanuel Swedenborg of 1733, in the sections describing the astronomical clock, he mentions various statues here and there on plinths and in the doorways. A wonderful description of how the church or the clock looked in the 1700s. During the 19th century, the original statues started to disappear. 3 of them, St. Peter, St. Paul, and Christ the Saviour, were later found and passed on to the collections of the Prague City Museum. The missing statues were replaced in 1865 with new apostles. The creator was Edward Varsleys, a prominent sculptor from the second half of the 19th century. At the present time, the apostles are the third in a row to be made. They were sculpted by the sculptor and puppeteer Wojtek Szczerkadło in 1948 as a replacement for Edward Varsleys' apostles, which were burnt on the 8th of May 1945 in the final hours of World War II.